When traveling together as a group in the outdoors, leadership is very important. We can see some evidence of outdoor leaders over here on the hillside in these deer tracks. These deer have probably been making these tracks for hundreds of years as they've been walking along the side of that hill. And you can see how the deer have intentionally followed the leadership of others and following that path. And when it comes to leadership in a human situation for human survivors, there are several qualities that are very important. He or she must be fit, cool-headed, experienced, and in tune with the strengths and weaknesses of the group. In order to avoid personality clashes and lack of organization, and this could mean the difference between survival and disaster. He or she must be able to assess what the group can do, develop a plan of action, and get everyone involved and working towards the goal as a group. If you find yourself in a leadership position in a survival situation, these tips can help you out. First of all, plan ahead. Go through all the what-if situations you can in your mind and prepare yourself to deal with them. Secondly, make up for your weaknesses. Surround yourself with skilled people who can help you out when you don't know what to do next. Third, respect others and don't push them beyond their limits in a survival situation. Fourth, be faithful to your own special leadership style. Don't try to be someone else because that does not facilitate trust within your group. Fifth, stay calm and think carefully in a crisis situation. Sixth, be a role model. Lead others by showing them what needs to be done next and leading the way through your example. Seventh, don't be afraid to take on someone else's plan of action if it has merit. Don't be afraid to follow in certain circumstances. Eighth, be optimistic and caring about your fellow group members. Ninth, keep a good sense of humor that often lightens the mood of the group and helps them to cope better. And 10th, keep people busy. Don't let people be idle because that just discourages and brings despair upon the group. Everyone has a certain measure of influence on the rest of the world. Even if you're not trying to directly persuade someone of something, you can still influence them through your example. Paul, in his final charge to his young friend and fellow minister Timothy, touches on this subject. He especially deals with it in 2 Timothy chapters 3 and 4. And before he actually gets into the final statement that he's giving to his young friend as he talks to him through this letter, before he pours out his life as a martyr in a Roman dungeon, Paul says something very interesting. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 10 and 11. I'd like to read those to you here. Verses 10 and 11, it says, "You, however, know all about my teaching." This is Paul talking to his young friend Timothy. "My way of life, my purpose, faith, patience, love, endurance, persecutions, sufferings, what kinds of things happened to me in Antioch, in Iconium, and Lystra, the persecutions I endured. Yet the Lord rescued me from all of them." In this text, Paul asks Timothy to take an honest look at his life and see what kind of example he has left behind for him. Everything Paul did during his life work was just a living picture of what the gospel was all about. And this influence, this example, played a major role in Timothy's Christian experience. And who knows how far our example will go in inspiring and encouraging another person. A heart that is overflowing with love for Christ can leave a powerful mark on the rest of the world. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Soul Survivor. I hope you'll tune in next week for another program and also leave some comments or even subscribe to our channel. God bless.